You know what would be nice?
Yeah, what's up?
If I had my own Jarvis.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be life.
Nah, my guy, you're not serious. You know what you actually need? What you need is a mirror, my guy. Ever since you got here, this place has been empty.
Now that you mention it,
Hey, what's up? Are you
oh,
still here?
no, nothing, my guy.
Alright,
Just watch the
alright.
movie.
Yeah, nah. Priorities. Priorities.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is actually my first YouTube video, so thank you for taking the time to watch me go through this build. I go by the name Umfundo, and this is Everything M, where I essentially take you through everything me related. Yeah, so I'll be building Jarvis, which essentially is just a smart mirror that I use at my home. And yeah, hopefully someone out there takes inspiration from this and builds something similar. Just a disclaimer, I regard myself as a below average builder, but that's a good thing though, because it means the type of projects that I do, everyone else can do it. So if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing, leaving that like, and yeah, share it with your people. So come with me as I build Jarvis. Before we continue with the build, I forgot to show you guys how to build the front part of the frame. I got a bit excited when the first batch of materials arrived. But essentially what I did was take the timber skirtings, cut them in like 45-degree angles, and then join them up together using glue. And yeah, essentially that's all there is to it. So yeah, let's continue on with the rest of the build. Yeah, as you can see, this is the complete front part of the mirror that I forgot to show. But yeah, that's how it looks. Yeah. So yeah, the next step is to actually build the rest of the frame, which is what will house the rest of the components. So it starts by marking up the timber so I can get it ready to cut it with a jigsaw. When you're cutting your wood, just make sure that you're at least wearing a mask or safety goggles, because this gives out a lot of dust, and if you end up inhaling it, you're not gonna have a good time, trust me. So once all the pieces were cut, I had to just double check my measurements and make sure that everything is correct. Once I'm happy with the measurements and everything, the next part is to actually assemble and put together the frame. So what I'm doing now is taking an angle drill set and drilling holes in all the pieces. Once you're done drilling all the pieces, the next step is to secure all of them using screws. So word of advice, don't be like me, use a drill for this and don't use a screwdriver. It's gonna save you a lot of time and effort. Once you're done assembling the rest of the pieces, the next step is to combine it with the front part of the frame. So what you would need is glue for wood. Also make sure you have clamps so that you establish a strong bond. So this is now the complete frame. I'm just gonna let it set for a bit and get it ready for painting. Once it's all dried up, we can start painting the frame. I have settled on using matte black paint. I don't want anything glossy, and black, you can never go wrong with black. It's time to unwrap our glass. So this is a laminated glass. It's called an S10. Essentially you can see through the glass, but then if you put like an object behind it, then it acts like a mirror. This is actually crucial because we want to see the content of the monitor when we actually put the monitor behind the glass. Now it's time to fit the glass to the frame. I stopped shooting here actually because I was a bit concerned that the glass wasn't going to fit the frame because the measurements were a bit off, but yeah, we made it work. So I had to stop shooting the rest of the build when I put the mirror in the frame. My living space was a mess. As you can see, there was a lot of papers, paint, and all sorts of things, and if I continued with shooting the video, it wasn't gonna look nice at all. So yeah, this is actually how it looked after I was done with everything. So I've already included like a monitor. As you can see, I also used cardboard boxes. What I did was just paint the black on the other side and then piece them all together. I think the reason I actually did that was so that you cannot see through the glass and it will act like a mirror. You will see the finished product at the end, but this was actually the first iteration. I had to change a lot of things because I wasn't happy with the finished product. So this is the final product, the back of the mirror. As you can see, I've actually substituted the cardboard boxes with this backboard. Reason being is that every time I looked in the mirror, I could see in between the joints, which didn't look good. So I settled for this one piece and made a cutout for this screen. I've also painted it black on the other side to retain the mirror effect. Down here, this little guy is the Raspberry Pi, and that's actually powering this entire thing. This here were part of the screen, but I moved them here because I wanted to actually add these mounting brackets. But essentially, yeah, the screen looks like this at the back. I still need to tidy up those cables there because it doesn't look good. Yeah, so this is Jarvis. Oh, one more thing. I actually added the LED at the back of the mirror as well. You will see the finished product at the end. So yeah. Today is not a good day. As you saw, the mirror was actually leaning against the couch, and the dummy decided to look for something on the couch, and it tipped over the mirror, which broke the glass. And when I picked it up, the monitor also fell and it got damaged. So yeah, the frame also seems like it got damaged a bit. This was supposed to be an outro where I actually showed the finished product of Jarvis, but it seems like I have to do a part 2 of this where I fix Jarvis and probably add a few upgrades. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, at least I got to play with Jarvis, so I'll leave a few clips where I was playing around with it. So yeah, thank you and see you on part 2. Cheers. Jarvis, turn on the kitchen lights.
Got it. Turning 4 lights on.
Jarvis, turn the kitchen lights blue.
Sure. Changing 4 lights to blue.
Jarvis, is Arsenal going to win the Premier League?
Arsenal's chances of winning the Premier League stand at just 16%, while City remain favourites on 84%.
We'll see. We'll see.